Hey guys, Marsinkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so I've had a few people ask me, and we've been talking about it on Twitter and stuff like that a little bit recently, about the breakdown of what is going to happen between now and the anniversary for Global. Obviously, we know the anniversary starts at the beginning of July. We actually already technically have the countdown campaign has kind of started, where we're collecting those medals that can be exchanged for Dragonstones, similar to the Dragonstone ore from last year. So we do technically know from everything that's come out on JP what should be releasing before the anniversary, as long as Global does follow the same pattern that it has done for the last couple of years. So obviously we would assume that they are still going to do that, but Dokkan has been making some odd choices over this last year, so I wouldn't be surprised if there is some differences, maybe something moves around, maybe banners change or something like that, maybe something about the content. But we know the rough structure of what is going to be happening between now and the anniversary. So let me know down below in the comment section, how many stones do you have saved up for the anniversary? Are you excited for anything that is going to be coming between now and then? We're going to go through all that stuff now. Obviously, the anniversary, the big hype thing on the horizon, and then for Global, not long after that is the worldwide download celebration. But I guess we get the anniversary out of the way before we start talking about worldwide download. So this is the schedule from last year. You can see here, roughly halfway through May, we got this release of the Part 2 LR, which was the Tech Goku and Gohan. This is kind of the period that we're in now, where the Part 2 LR for Golden Week has dropped, which was of course the LR Bulma, and now we just are essentially waiting out the end of the celebration. We have a new Super Battle Road stage dropping, I think it drops tomorrow, the Team Bardock one. Funnily enough, I will not be doing a team building guide for that, since it's a category that has, like, you know, 5 characters on it. A couple of different versions of the cards, obviously, but it's pretty much just going to be a case of use the free-to-play team, and then any of the summonable versions you have, like Tech Bardock, Physical Fasha, you just put them in the team because they're better than the free-to-play ones. And there you go. So that's probably the last bit of actual content that's dropping. And then we're going to move into the next Dokkan Fest. So you can see here, the end of May this dropped. 31st of May last year was when Captain Ginyu released on Global. That is actually 1 week from today. So we could see this as early as maybe Monday, although things have been delayed a couple of days. I think the Part 2 LR was like a couple of days later than the Tech Goku and Gohan. So maybe this comes out on like the Friday, which is the 2nd of June. But basically, within a week from now is the earliest we could see this. This is when the first Dokkan Fest drops after Golden Week. And if we take a look at Captain Ginyu is the unit that dropped on JP at the beginning of March. This is at the end of JP's anniversary. So this has been a trend for the last couple of years, where the first Dokkan Fest that JP gets after the anniversary is the last Dokkan Fest that Global gets before the anniversary. So if we take a look over at the timeline, you can see here, after the anniversary ended on JP and we moved into March, this is when the STR 17s unit released. So this will be the unit that will be releasing at the end of May / beginning of June for Global, the STR 17s. Now, I will do a separate video about them and talking about their banner. As much as it pains me to say, as a Super 17 fan, they did kind of fumble this card. The card is good, right? It's not like they're, you know, a terrible TUR, not even like top 15 in the game or something like that. Like, they are good, but they're one of those units that their design is just very wonky. If you get everything go your way and you get them built up, you get Super 17 out like as early as possible and then start getting him built up, like, he is very good. You just have to jump through a lot of hoops to get there. And the most unfortunate one is their fusion into Super 17 is from the 5th turn when you're at 70% or less HP. And their team build has units that you would want to run, like Jiro and 19, Cell with you dropping below 30%, that kind of thing. Their team has a lot of units that will heal you. So in practice, getting to 70% or less HP, and then specifically from the 5th turn onwards, can be annoying. And once you exchange into Super 17, he needs to get hit a bunch of times in order to build up. So he has a similar problem to like the STR Goku and Gohan, where if you're getting Super 17 out like right at the end of the event, then he hasn't built up at all, so he's not going to be as good. But I mean, he's decent. Obviously, as a content creator, I will be summoning. This is probably going to be one of those banners where I just get one copy and then dip, because he's not going to be worth wasting a ton of stones on right before the anniversary. But this will be essentially the next banner that comes out on Global, right? No other banners will release, and this will be the last Dokkan Fest before the anniversary. So this should be coming up at the end of May or beginning of June, because remember, like, Captain Ginyu came out on the last day of May, and everything in this celebration seems to be a day or two later, so we could see this at the 1st or 2nd of June, but this will be the unit that releases within the next week or so. So then if we go back to the timeline, you can see here, say we've gone into the June period. This is where Captain Ginyu came out. We went through the Captain Ginyu celebration. I should have brought up the previous page actually. So yeah, we had Saiyan Day. Golden Week ended. Then Ginyu came out. Then we moved on into the rest of June. We got another Super Strike revamp. I think, was this part of the Ginyu celebration? I don't know if it was. We got the rest of the Bardock Squad Easy A's, and then we got the final release before the anniversary, which was LR, Piccolo, and Goku. So LR, Piccolo, and Goku came out on the 20th of June. The anniversary basically starts at the end of June / beginning of July. So this was the last banner that released before the anniversary came out. And this is the LR that came out on April in JP. So JP in April gets a Dokkan Fest, as you can see, at the beginning of April. And then that Part 2 celebration, which for JP was very weirdly aligned, right? The Dokkan Fest was Kale with the side banner Frost. Then we had the April Fool's Day stuff. They got their Part 2. Part of the celebration was the Kale and Caulifla Easy A. And then the Part 2 LR was LR Super Boo, which was a very weird choice considering no connection to Kale. Strange choice. But that means that this unit being released on the 17th of April, you can kind of see, where we're going again here with this, that this is going to be the unit that releases 14th of April for Goku and Piccolo, 17th of April for Super Boo. So Super Boo's banner will release, what was this, 20th of June was when Goku and Piccolo came out. So let's have a look at the calendar here. That'll be a Tuesday again. If we're going by, again, everything in this celebration having been delayed by a day or two, we could see this on like the 21st, 22nd, Friday the 23rd. A lot of stuff comes out on a Friday, or at least Friday morning for me in the UK. So I could see this coming out somewhere around the 22nd or the 23rd. And for these specific units, both Super Boo and the 17s, like I said, I will do separate videos talking about their banners, talking about the unit in a bit more detail. This unit is actually very good, although I believe even on JP as of right now, doesn't actually have a 200% team. It's very unusual now in the current meta that a new LR comes out and doesn't actually have any 200% teams. So it'll be interesting to see, because this coming out right before the anniversary, whilst this unit is very good, nothing comes out really during the anniversary that buffs this unit. So this is definitely like a unit that you do not need to have in your box, right? The unit is good, the unit is fun to use, but considering it's going to be dropping like a week or two before the anniversary starts, for like 90% of the player base, it's just a waste of stones to summon on this guy, when every single multi that you would do on his banner is going to be a multi that you could do on the anniversary banners, which, remember, not only have 3+1 summons, but for Global gets exclusive tickets during the anniversary, where every stone multi that you do, like you don't get one for the free one, but for every multi you do that costs 50 stones, you get 3 tickets to then summon on the ticket banner, where for every 10 tickets you get a multi, or you can use 1 ticket to do a single. So you think about every multi you do on this banner, if you were to do 3 multis on the Super Boo banner, that would have been 4 multis that you could have done on the anniversary banner, and then 9 tickets, which means, depending on the amount of summons you do overall, you're only 1 ticket away from another multi. It means you're almost at 5 multis on the anniversary banner for 3 multis on Super Boo's banner. And Super Boo's banner was not particularly good, right? Even if Super Boo was the best unit in the game when he came out, his banner was not great, right? Kind of similar to what we've seen with the Bulma banner that dropped for both versions, right? Bulma, arguably one of the best units in the game, but her banner was not that great, right? So Super Boo, unfortunately, massive skip, right, for most people. Because the other thing you have to remember, if you are kind of interested in Super Boo, maybe for the future when he gets a buff, you know, maybe the worldwide download celebration, extreme units will actually give him a 200% team. He will be unfeatured in the anniversary LR banners in part 2, the carnival banners, because all yellow coin LRs are unfeatured in those banners. So if you are saving up to go ham during the anniversary, whilst he is unfeatured, so it's not like, you know, you have a high percentage chance, there's the possibility that you'll just pull this guy while summoning on the part 2 carnival banners during the anniversary. So I wouldn't worry about going too crazy on his banner, or honestly even summoning at all for most people. So there you go, those are the two main big things. There are no other sort of minor celebrations, you know, we don't have the thing with like Goku, Gohan and Gohan Day happening in the middle of a celebration, April Fool's Day, stuff like that. There is no other like big celebration. We're already technically in the countdown celebration, so we might see some extra details for that, extra ways to get some of those medals to get the Dragon Stones. But in terms of the two big releases, this is what is coming in the next month before the anniversary: the STR Super 17 and then the AGL Super Boo. Now, like I say, as much as it pains me to say this because I like Super 17 and this Super Boo card is pretty good, I feel like this is the easiest like way for global players to save their stones for the anniversary. Like, neither of these two units are must summon units. So if you're sat now, even if you've already got a pretty healthy amount of stones, this is a free and easy skip month. Disappointing in terms of not having anything like new and shiny to play with, I guess, because neither of these celebrations really release a huge amount of content. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get the sub EZAs for the Gotenks with this Super Boo as well, because both of them are actually pretty decent. The Gotenks like Chain Battle as well. But in terms of summoning for the new units, you know, very easy skip for global players to save their stones here. So let me know what you guys think down below. I think I will do a follow-up video actually where we look at these two celebrations in more detail, and I will break down how many stones you guys can get between now and the anniversary, because you know, there is some content there, but I would say skip these banners for sure. And before you know it, the anniversary will be here, and that's when the big hype will begin. So let me know what you guys think down below. Are you actually tempted to summon on either of these banners? What are your thoughts on these two units? Are you all in for the anniversary? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.